Good afternoon. Happy Bank Holiday Monday to you all. Savva here from Savva Talk Spurs. Where to start? My daily thought. It's been a fantastic start to the season for Tottenham. 10 points from a possible 12. Yes, 12 would have been much better, but let's be fair. 10 points from 12. It's a good start to any season. It sees us in the top 3 and it sets the tone for the rest of the year. I'm quite happy as well from a personal point of view. I predicted we'd get 10 points. I actually predicted we'd get 13 from our first 15. So please do not let me down, Spurs, away at West Ham on Wednesday night, as I have got us down to scrape that game. I do think it will be tougher than people think, but we'll come to that later. So first of all, thank you as always to all the support. Thank you to all the haters as well. You fuel the fire that make this happen. And thank you to all the supporters that have helped grow and build the channel. And listen, I like to think we do some good on this channel as well, as we do give revenue to the British Heart Foundation. So it's a win-win, you know. We all get to talk about Spurs, we get to moan, we get to vent, we get to celebrate, we get to debate, and we get to make some money for charity as well. So I think that that's win-win-win. Let's start talking about Tottenham then. I'll be really honest with you. I don't particularly like this brand of football. However, before everyone says I'm being negative, it doesn't matter what brand of football I like. Let's be really honest. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that we are getting the results. And from that point of view, we have done what we needed to do. You would expect to beat Nottingham Forest. You would expect to beat Wolves and Southampton at home. We have done that by hook or by crook, by playing pretty, by playing defensive, by playing counter-attacking, whatever you want to say. We've got the points. And then we battled our way to a point at Stamford Bridge, which we don't normally do. So from that point of view, it's been a wonderful start to the season. So I don't think any of us Spurs fans can complain. We can have the debate another day about whether or not we want to see better football. Will we start playing better football? Is that Conte's way? Is it a case of settling down, getting the new players into the team? But I don't want to do that today because today is a good day. We are 10 points from 12. We weren't at our best versus Nottingham Forest. I think it's fair to say they had a lot of the football. But I believe it's what we talked about yesterday morning on the show with Bob Spur. Just have they got enough power to take us apart? And they don't. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I always believe Spurs will be up there in the top 4 because of the goal power we've got. So did we play great? No. Did we have to sit in for quite a lot of the game? Yes. But the counter-attacking, the explosiveness of Kane, Son, Kulusevski will allow us to pick teams off at will. And that's what we saw yesterday, especially with the first goal under the cosh. And then one ball to Kane, bottom corner. And that's how simple football can be. We can all sit here and debate how we want it to be played. Listen, I make no bones about saying the type of football I like. I like the tick-a-tacker style of football. I like possession-based football where you dominate teams and strangle them. But that's me. Somebody else might like counter-attacking football. Someone else might like direct route one football. We're all allowed an opinion. But at the end of the day, results are results. And I can't argue with that. I can't complain with that. It's been a fantastic start to the season. So what's more pleasing for me than anything, I'm going to be really honest, is Harry Kane. Harry Kane, we all know about the troubles he had this time last year. The whole getting to the Euros, coming back to training late, wanting to leave for Man City, his brother, all of this type of stuff, not being happy under Nuno. And then it set him up for the first 3 months of the season were dreadful by Kane's standards. At that time, we didn't have anyone else to rotate him with, and he played and eventually played his way back into form. But this season, it's very pleasing. Played 4, scored 4. Could have been 5 if he hadn't missed a penalty, which is very uncharacteristic for Harry Kane. I remember sitting there with Graham watching the game, and I said, "He don't miss penalties, this lad." And then he did. It was all a bit embarrassing saying that then. But look, he started the season on fire, and long may it continue. I think you're going to need a Kane to rattle those goals in this season. It's a long, hard season. He's just warming up for the World Cup as well. So hopefully he can lead England to some form of glory in the World Cup. But it's really, really positive. I I don't think I mean, what's great about this is there's more to come from him, right? I don't think his all-round game has been up to the levels we saw at the back end of last season. But he's scoring goals, and that's the main thing. And I've said for years, I can't complain about the other stuff, because I've said for years, I don't want to see Kane dropping deep into midfield. I don't want to see him as our playmaker. I want him in that box, in and around that box, and scoring goals. So for me, I love seeing this version of Harry Kane, a true world-class centre-forward that bangs in goals for fun. He's now third on the all-time scorer list for the Premier League. And I think what's pleasing about that is not just that he's third on the all-time Premier League goal scorers, but it's how many less appearances than the players around him to get there. It's phenomenal. The guy is an absolute machine, was, and always will be our best player whilst he's at the club. Just a true legend of football. Love Harry Kane. Big up Harry Kane. Let's move on from Harry Kane and from the Nottingham Forest result. We'll still talk about the result, but let's talk about this one. Is it time on Wednesday against West Ham for Richarlison to start a game for Spurs? He was obviously suspended for the first game for the win against Southampton. He came on and had effect against Chelsea. He came on and had a positive effect against Wolves. He came on and I mean yesterday, what a cameo. Beautiful ball with the outside of the foot to assist for Kane's goal. Then we saw the showboating. Then we saw him getting the ball in the nether regions. It was a very all-actioned cameo from him. But look, he wasn't my first choice to come in, but he's here. Get behind him, and he's coming on and doing what's being asked of him. He's annoying defenders. He's pulling them out of position. He's running the channels. So from my point of view, I think this guy deserves a start now. I don't feel that it's, again, I'll always say this, I don't think it's about dropping players. I feel that we can rotate, whether that be Kulusevski, whether that be Son. I don't think you drop Kane when you've scored 4 and 4. But the other two, I mean, especially Son, let's be really honest, I feel for Son at the moment. Something doesn't look quite right. He looks a bit sluggish. Dare I say it, just a bit disinterested maybe. It doesn't feel like everything's happening for him. We all know his class. We all know he's going to find his form. But at the moment, would it be fair to say there's no harm if Richarlison did play against West Ham? Bit more of a London derby, bit more of a battle. Is that the type of game where you want his shithousery, as people say? Do we want that? I think it would be fair to give him a start. I'd like to see what he could do from the start. Is it just that he's good in cameos? Can he do it for 90 minutes? All of these different questions. Would that fire up somebody like Son, Kane or Kulusevski if they were on the bench for 45 minutes? Would it spark them into thinking, hang on, this isn't the same as last year. I've got to butt my ideas up because there's another bloke behind me. So lots of questions that go into that. Let me know, by the way, and please remember this is pre-recorded. Let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Who should start against West Ham? Is Richarlison unlucky not to have started yet? Should he now start against West Ham? Will we beat West Ham? I think we will. I think it will be very close, and I think we'll win by 1 goal. But there's 2 ways of looking at this game with West Ham. It's, are they going to take their first win and take that confidence, move forward, treat this game as a cup final and get a draw or a win, and we all feel a bit silly? Or the fact they're not playing well, is that confidence only going to be a short-term thing and we take our confidence in and we put them to the sword? Because we're capable of doing that. We're capable, if teams come out at us, if West Ham do, of getting in behind them, and we've got the players to be clinical to finish. It's not been clinical yet. That doesn't mean it won't be. On another day yesterday, Kulu cuts inside, and instead of hitting the first man or blazing over the bar, they go in the bottom corner. So they're the fine margins of football games. Let's talk about Bissouma. What do you guys make of this situation? He's been here now. This is now 4 Premier League games. We've not seen him start a game yet. Lots of fans that I'm speaking to, again, it's very 50-50. A lot of fans I speak to, especially when I'm on Instagram, they really want to see him get a game now. Other fans think, well, no, don't change your winning team with Bentancur and Højbjerg. For me, I feel that midfield is not enough what it is at the moment. I feel that there'll be certain games where they flourish, Højbjerg and Bentancur. But I do think in lots of games, it seems that the game runs past them a little bit, passes them by. And I don't know between the two of them if there's enough power and pace in there. And I really feel that Bissouma would add that power, pace, and that driving forward. So personally, I would love to see him start on Wednesday night. Who for? Well, Bentancur came off with, I'm not sure how the depth of his injury was. The medical team overall, Conte, asked him to come off because of suspected concussion, looking after the player's health first, which was the right thing to do. Depending on that, does he start alongside Højbjerg for a battle? Does he start alongside Bentancur and have that bit of flair with that power? So lots of things. What would you guys do? Who would be your two to start against West Ham? Bearing in mind that we've now got West Ham, then Fulham, then Champions League. You know, there's a lot of games going on at the moment. Last thing I wanted to talk to you about, but please leave your comments on Bissouma in the chat. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was this. Dan James is, Fabrizio Romano said this morning, and we've heard for the last 2-3 days, reports that Spurs are looking to loan Dan James. You don't need me to tell you my thoughts on this. So I'm just going to end on this question. What do you guys think of Dan James? Is Dan James the ambition we need? Is this a good signing? Is this what Champions League football should be attracting? I won't give you my opinions. You already know them. Other than that, I just want to say a big up to Stel. Fantastic video that Stel did yesterday about people bullying on Twitter. If you get the chance, go and watch that. I think it's really important that is being highlighted. In the last few weeks, it seems to have been really, really rife. We've seen an Arsenal fan attacked while he was out with his wife and stabbed because of football opinions, which I think we all must condone. And I think that we've all got to make sure that we do not let any other fan base get to that stage. It's not healthy. It's football, and we must respect each other. We can debate. We can argue. We can think each other are deluded. We can not like each other. We can not like each other's opinions, but we never want it to get to that violent stage. That is not what this is about. So let's make sure the Spurs community and the football community keep it that way, please. But big up, Stel. Thank you for that video. What he did was he brought onto the screen a lot of comments from Twitter where people are personally attacking each other rather than, for no reason, talking about people that aren't even on Twitter like myself, like some others. But more importantly, it was rather than saying, oh, I disagree with that person or what a strange opinion. It's the attacking of them. We've seen words over the last few days such as dumb, spastic, racist, homophobic, toxic, negative, dumbass, low IQ, all of these different things. We don't want to be that, do we? We don't want to be a human race that do this to anybody that disagrees with us. As we said, I'm happy for people to disagree with my opinion personally, but it's just an opinion. It's an opinion about 22 men that run around kicking a bit of leather. So let's keep it that way. Yeah, let's keep it respectful. When you come into the chats for all the YouTube shows of any YouTube channel, doesn't matter whether I like that channel or not, when you're in those channels, please be respectful. And please remember that the people making those videos, the people putting those shows on for you, also have full-time jobs and take their own personal time to buy microphones, to buy cameras, to buy StreamYard packages to stream on. They spend time collaborating, getting people to work with them. They take time away from their loved ones, in their personal time to put shows on so that other people can debate football. So keep it nice, keep it clean. There's no need for the anger. Let's try and promote that, definitely on my channel. Let's see what we can do to help. And as always, please like and subscribe. And any super chats are appreciated as the revenue does go to charity. Thank you very much. Much love to all. Leave your thoughts in the comments. As always, come on, you Spurs.